She's at a place in her life where peace is a priority and negativity cannot exist. She's no longer matching energy. She's simply removing herself from any situation that doesn't vibrate her soul. So if you start moving funny, she's moving on.
What's up, my Fina love? Sisters Fina D coming to you all from Vinatainment News.
She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment.
I almost fell. Trying to do too much.
We have to whisper.
Okay, we have to whisper. We're about to go on.
Stunning, okay? Our girl been doing interviews upon interviews, heavily promoting her new show, Special Forces, on Fox. Now, of course, there are other people on the show, but because I'm talking about Kenya, that's why I keep saying her new show. But you know what I mean, okay? So the show premiered, and it was a great show. I'm not sure if Fox is the space for it, but we shall see. Fox is very quick to be like, yeah, not for us, based on the ratings, have a nice life, you know? So I'm hoping that they do give the show a chance, because it's not for everybody, okay? And I'll be honest with you, if Kenya Moore wasn't on the show, you already know the answer, okay? So we are watching for Kenya Moore. Now I get it. It was just the first and second episode because, it was 2 hours and a premiere and all of that. So I understand you will not be the focus of every episode. But it was almost like, okay, we're here for Kenya. Where is she? They would show bits and pieces of her here and there. And I get it. When the focus is not on you too much, that means you are actually doing good. When they're not calling you into the meetings, the interrogation room, that means you're doing great. However, if you are doing great, we want to see that moment be the highlight, okay? Now, I jumped right in because I'm thinking, okay, if I am putting in the title that I'm going to review the show, then, of course, the people who are coming to listen to me review this show probably got to see the show just like me. However, there are people who have to work, or people who have no clue the show came out, or people who have no clue that Kenya is even on a different show. So because of that, let me slow it down and explain to you what is Special Forces. Celebrities try to survive demanding training exercises led by directing staff agents, an elite team of ex-Special Forces operatives. In this unique series, the only way for these recruits to leave is to give up on their own accord, through failure or potential injury, or by force from the agents. Viewers see the recruits face the harshest of environments that simulate the highly classified selection process, pushing themselves in the ultimate test of their physical, mental, and emotional resilience, and revealing the celebrity's deepest and truest character. Okay? So that's the premise of the show. A quick example of that will be Mel B. She's on the show. Okay? She survived, domestic violence, and she went through abuse and all of that. And she said that she's on the show to get her confidence back because it was taken away during that relationship for over a decade, where she was called worthless, and just the name calling goes on and on. Jimmy Lynn Spears, even though she was on a hit TV show, she's still talking about she felt like she's never had something for herself because she's always known as Britney Spears' sister, and she's always in the shadow of her sister. Getting pregnant at 16, thinking she's not worthy enough, so she's there to face those battles. Kate Gosling, okay, it's been all about she and her children are now 18. She said they're leaving the house soon, and now she's working on doing things for herself. And the list goes on and on. So they are all there to fight through, whether it's certain demons, obstacles, self-esteem issues, to push themselves. Kenya Moore, she wants to prove to Brooklyn that her mother is a bad, I can't say the word, and that she's strong, and that she can do anything, and that her mother is fearless. and the list goes on and on. Now, I'm going to jump around. I will not be reviewing the entire episode. I'm going to jump from the events where I felt like Kenya Moore got some type of shine or highlight, okay? Jumping out of the helicopter, she did great. Every time they put the camera on her, I said, come through skin, come through beauty, come through natural beauty. Even though people did call her out for keeping her lashes, she retweeted and made some jokes out of it, saying that basically it helped block the sun from hitting her eyes and all of that. The tweets on the screen. But she did great jumping out of the helicopter. Of the moment that I also really like with Kenya Moore and Jimmy Lynn Spears. You know, Jimmy Lynn Spears have a hate train going on social media because of what her sister Britney said. And most of you are aware of the whole Free Britney campaign and all of that. So when Jimmy Lynn Spears showed up in the images before the show premiere, I saw a lot of comments. Kenya Moore, I hope you drag Jamie. Kenya Moore, I hope you... It was a lot. But to see Jamie talking about her 8-year-old daughter almost drowning and they had to bring her back to life, and she was laying next to her and she was blue and she jumped in the water to save her, but she couldn't. But they were able to get her daughter out, resuscitate her daughter. Her daughter is alive today. But since that moment, she had this fear of jumping in water because it reminds her of that moment. And so she had a really rough time with that challenge to be out of the helicopter. So the highlight of that entire moment for me was Kenya Moore having a conversation with her, uplifting her, telling her, you know, it's a blessing that, yes, all of those things happened, but you saved your daughter. She's alive today. So basically, I understand all of this happened, and I respect you for venting, but look on the bright side, your daughter is alive. So how about you focus on that when I talk about the God bless attitude, being positive at all times, seeing the good in every situation. It doesn't mean bad things doesn't happen. It doesn't mean you're not allowed to vent and have your moment. Absolutely. But it also means don't stay there for too long and try to find and see the good in that situation. What lesson did you learn? The good in that situation is your daughter drowned, but she was saved and she's alive, and that's a blessing. So yes, it's good to cry and let it out, but how about you also celebrate her life and look on the bright side and the positive side? And that reminded me of her getting up and hugging Sheree in that van because she was talking to Jimmy in the car. That reminded me of that moment. So Kenya, great job in that moment for uplifting Jimmy Lynn Spears. So for all of the people, oh my God, Kenya, I hope you drag Jamie. Come on now. She was having a rough moment. And if you're a human being with a heart, would have done exactly what Kenya Moore did. Kate Gosselin injured herself doing the whole helicopter exercise, so she went home due to medical reasons. There were other moments on the show where Kenya did well and all of that, but the highlight of the show was at the end when why did Kenya beat that man up like that? Okay, so let's get into social media reaction, and I'm going to end it there. I will be back with a part 2 to talk more in depth about those other moments, but I really want to get this video up tonight. You might get it at 12 a.m. Most of you might be sleeping. It's all good, but I have to get it up because I have other things to go handle with my businesses outside of YouTube. So I will still be uploading this video tonight. And when you get up, you will still get to see it. Okay, so let's get into social media reaction. Yes, Kenya Moore throwing them hands. Detroit came out tonight. Hashtag Special Forces. Did y'all see Kenya Moore beat that man like a drum on Special Forces? Fox started the fight with right, the kick. Oh, she got him. My girl Kenya Moore comes in with the flying knee. God, I love her. Kenya Moore so far holding up well in this training. Kenya Moore beating the stank off of someone on one of them survivalist reality shows on my TV right now. Her whole Detroit popped out. Yeah, in these reactions. Get him, girl. Our HOA castmates watching Kenya Moore kick. So you already see Kenya Moore ready for you. Exactly. That first kick amazing. Come in with a flying need. Yes, go you, girl from Detroit. Gotta know how to fight. Laughing my bleep off. Kenya, I knew you'd take that red man down. Well done. You're letting her know that she did Detroit proud. More comments about the kick and the fight scene. It was everything. There was also a moment where they wanted them to rate each other from strongest to the weakest. And Kenya, being very strategic, placed herself at the bottom. She wasn't at the very bottom, but she had herself amongst the people who felt like they were the weakest. And she tweeted that, but I'm not arrogant. Under promise and over deliver is the best. Exactly. She was being strategic because this person tweeted, I was surprised by your place in line from strongest to weakest. So she knows what she's doing. But I'll be back on in a day with part 2 because I really want to dive into other moments on the show that I felt like Kenya shined a little bit. And of course, other key moments and the process and what it's doing to people, emotionally, and how it's groundbreaking because it's breaking through some of their demons and allowing them to heal. It's really a great show when you do a deep dive. So I do want to talk about it on that level and not just a video where it feels rushed, but I did want to at least give my review on the show. I'm wishing all of you well and take care.
Loves, thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times. Seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.